Good morning, students. I hope you all are doing well and enjoying your what we say Corona period. And as we are seeing first chapter of accounting, so on the topic we are on terminologies of accounting, terms that are used in accounting. We had seen what is business transactions. We had seen what are events. We had seen what is capital, sole proprietorship capital, proprietorship capital, partnership capital, then company's capital. Then what we had seen, what are the words we had seen? The words we had seen, the terms that we had seen were current asset, that is liquidity is an asset, current asset, current liability, non-current asset, non-current liability, right? Then we had seen what is liquidity. Is it clear? Real asset we had seen, fictitious assets we had seen, and lastly I had explained you what is fictitious assets. Remember that? Now we are going to see receipt. Now what is receipt, students? Right? When money is received due to consequence of business transaction, it is known as receipt. Receipt means the receipt that you get from the bill in the form of bill is that it's not receipt. It is your incomes are termed as receipts, right? What is your income is termed as your receipt. So when money is received due to consequence of business transaction, the result of business transaction, it is known as receipt. These receipts are classified on the basis of their nature. Receipts regularly received during the year and not regularly received during the year. So there are two types of income or amount we are receiving that are received regularly, right, in within the year and not in during the year. That are your receipt. Is it clear? Right. So regular and not during the year. Business receive regular receipt from day-to-day transactions, that is day-to-day activities. Example, receipt of the sale in business, receipt of commission, that if you are doing dealing in when you work and you get commission, that is receipt of commission, receipt of dividend, when you had to buy some number of shares and you are getting dividend, that interest on shares is termed as dividend. This receipt is income for the business. These receipts are received as on the regular basis every month or continuously quarterly basis. Certain receipts do not have regular nature. These receipts are categorized in two categories. Regular receipts, which are known as revenue receipts, capital receipts that are not regular in nature. Now, what are revenue receipts that are regular in nature is your revenue receipt means monthly. Suppose you are getting rent in a form of income, so it is coming every month, so that is revenue, right? And suppose you are dealing in commission, so commission is there your what we say sale of the goods and service, sale of goods or services that you are doing, in that also you are getting this income, that is your receipt. And capital receipt, suppose sale of land and building, are you selling every year? No, so that is not regular in nature, so that is your capital receipt. Is it clear? Capital receipt which are not regular in nature, sale of land and building, any furniture, vehicle. Is it clear? So are you clear with the receipts? That are also of two types, revenue and long term. Revenue and capital receipt. You can see here a chart that is shown as your receipt, capital receipt and revenue receipt. Capital receipt. This receipt is not received regularly, as I said earlier. The receipt is procured from the sale of asset, land, building, furniture, machinery, anything, whatever you say is your asset. Right. So this is not received regularly. So this receipt is procured from the sale of asset. This receipt is obtained by issuing debentures, right? So means the income that you are getting once, not regularly. Asset is not sold frequently, as I said earlier. Debentures are not issued frequently. This kind of receipts are not received frequently. Such kind of receipts are known as capital receipt. Is it clear? Next is the revenue receipt. The flow of this receipt would remain constant. What is the word? Flow of this receipt remain constant. Rent is coming regularly, commission is coming regularly, sale of goods is going regularly. From this receipt, profit earned during the year or losses incurred can be ascertained. In this category, receipt of receipts, income of sales, income of commission, income of discount, income of rent, etc. are included. This kind of receipts arises frequently. Revenue receipt is also known as revenue income. Is it clear, students? What is revenue receipt and what is revenue income? Is it clear? So two types of receipt: capital, then revenue, right? Here payments. Payments are similar to receipt. Receipt means your income. So payment is also clear to you. It's your expense. Money paid due to consequence of business transaction is known as payment. In simple terms, you can say that these payments are classified on the basis of the nature payment regularly paid and that are not paid in regular. It is same. When you receive rent irregularly, so it's a revenue income. In the same way, when you pay rent regularly, so it's a revenue expense or revenue payment. Is it clear? So and if you're buying land and building or any machinery, or to take example, many of you had come in 11th standard, would have got your own vehicle, or you are going to buy your own vehicle very soon. So are you going to buy this vehicle every month or within a year? No, it would be used by you at least 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, right? So that is termed as capital payment, right? So business is run, example, business is run in rented premises and rent is paid regularly every month. This is regular payment. Throughout the year it is paid. Assume that the machine is purchased for the business. This expenditure is not regular. Expenses like receipt payment expense are also classified into two categories: capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. Capital is clear to huge investment, land, building, the sheds, machinery. And revenue means your revenue expenditure, monthly salary to the salaries to the employees, then rent paying to the owner of the shop or factory, whatever you are saying, commission payment of commission, that are considered in this. You can see over here, the payment is not regular. Capital expenditure, this payment is not regular in nature. This payment is not regular in nature. Generally, when fixed assets are purchased, capital expenditure arise. As I said earlier, purchase of machine, assets are not purchased frequently. Yes or no? Your two-wheeler, four-wheeler, you are not going to purchase frequently, right? Thus, it is capital expenditure. The redemption of debenture is capital payment. Redemption. What is the word redemption saying? Redemption means when you pay them, that is your redemption, right? So it is a capital payment. When you are receiving them, then it's income. When you are repaying them, that is your redemption, and it is a capital payment. Revenue expenditure. The flow of this payment would remain constant. The flow of this would be remain constant. From this payment, profit or loss is determined. In this category, payment of salary, wages, telephone expenses, advertisement expense are included, right? Salary, as I said, payment to the salary, wages, telephone expenses, right? Deferred revenue expense. The expenses are known as fictitious assets. Remember, I had said you the word deferred revenue expense also. It is same. It is same. Is it clear? So deferred revenue expense means your, what we say, uh, same as your fictitious asset. Above this discussion is taken into point number 15. Your advertisement expenses, then your preliminary expenses of shares and debentures are your, what do we say, uh, deferred revenue expenditures. Is it clear? So expenses, the amount spent and the benefit of which is available to the respective accounting year is known as expense. Accounting year is of 12 months. This is called revenue expense, salary expense, wages, brokerage, commission expense, etc. Right? It is your expense. Revenue means what you had learned, that was your payments. In that they were classified into revenue and capital. So here they are again classifying expense word and revenue word. Goods and services are sold and provided to the customers respectively. If credit sales are made and amount is receivable, it is also known as revenue. Besides other income, interest, rent, commission, dividend received for the respective period and one outstanding is included in revenue. I'll show you this. What is this? Okay. So don't get confused. Many of you would be saying, maybe what is going on we don't know, but when this is necessary, because if you want to go in detail, you need to have some basic information related to accounting things. Profit and loss. It's not a new word for you. Profit and loss. What is profit? After deduction of regular payment from the regular receipt, which is known as revenue receipt of the year, remaining surplus is known as profit. Right? Means after deducting expenses from the income is known as profit. Right? And it is returned in profit and loss account. This is revenue profit in account. This kind of profit is computed from profit and loss account. As I said earlier, this kind of profit is called revenue profit because this profit is difference of revenue income and revenue expense. This is the result of revenue income and revenue expenses. Is it clear? See, it is termed as revenue profit because it is the difference of revenue income and revenue expenses. This is regular profit. What is regular? Once in a lifetime, nahi, land and building is sold, so we got profit. This is regular from the sale of income and from the expenses of salary and wages, right? But many times there is a creation of irregular profit known as capital profit. Is it clear? Loss. The computation of loss is contrary to profit computation. The difference obtained from the expenses and income. Deduction of regular income from regular expenses called loss. Meaning when your expenses are more and income is less, so we get loss. This is called revenue loss. So deficit word is used in case of loss. Right? You can see over here. Okay. So here you are clear about it. What is your profit and what is the loss? You can see over your example. In other type of loss, what are the other type of loss? There can be happening of loss without doing any kind of activity. This is recorded in the books of accounts like goods destroyed by fire. If the cost of the goods is 5,000, the loss will be 5,000. Yes or no? Suppose you are running a business and your goods, there is a fire in your place and your goods of rupees 5,000 are destroyed. Have you sold that goods so your goods has gone out and you got that money? No, but you had a loss because you had purchased that goods and now you didn't sold it, but you had incurred certain accidents so your goods are burned. And what is that loss? That is also shown in the profit and loss account. I'll show you. Right. So this difference, if the cost of the goods is given, the goods stolen, destroyed in transit, etc., are termed as loss only. If any asset meets with an accident, this event is also treated as loss. Any asset is sold less than book value amount which is not received is also called as loss. This is known as capital loss. As you are earning profit through the sale of assets, so we termed it as capital profit. Any asset sold, so we termed it as capital profit. Now wait and see. I'll show you. See, this is So this is the kind of details that are written and what we do. This is your profit and loss account. Can you see it over here? Accounting here is also written. I'm just giving you an idea. You don't get confused about what is teacher saying. Just look at the pro forma. Profit and loss account is written over here. You can see expenses like rent, office expenses, commission, right? You can see the rent, office expenses, then commission. If it is on this side, so it is a payment. This debit side is the payment side. This debit side is the payment side, and this credit side is a receipt or income side. Is it clear? And that also, only the word used over here is revenue. And this payment is also revenue payment, means that are to be paid every month. Is it clear? So here, advertisement expense, you can see over here advertisement expense is there. Monthly discount given, when we give discount we have to pay, we are getting expense, right? Suppose we are selling goods of rupees 50,000 to anyone and you had given him 10% discount, so what would be the bill of that amount? 45,000. So that 5,000 is an expense for you. Is it clear? I'm just giving you an idea what we are learning, how they are used. Okay. Right, so interest on bank loan, this is your revenue expense. Okay. The thing that we had seen that was loss due to theft. Remember? Goods stolen away. If what happens, your goods are stolen, so that goods are lost for you. And it is termed as, yes, so we are seeing then loss due to theft. So it's also again coming in the profit and loss account. Loss due to fire, that is also coming in your loss. As I said in your example, it's the revenue loss. Right. Now you can see here one word is shown, that is your profit. Can you see it? You can see one word is given, that is profit, net profit. It means from this income that we had seen, from this we can see these are your expenses as I had written, and here it is your income side. So here gross profit is given. How it comes, this is another thing. We don't go in detail in that. And discount received is your income, right? And from this total, you are getting 3,24,000 plus 6,000 is 3,30,000. And from deducting this income, these expenses are deducted, and you are getting this profit, which is your income. In the same way, if the scenario is different, so here would be have been loss. You can see over here balance sheet. We had seen liabilities and assets. What is we had seen? So this is your capital, profit, non-current liability. Remember, more than 1 year bank loan, then current liabilities, creditors, bills payable, non-current assets that were building, furniture, machinery, current asset, debtors, bills receivable, bank balance, closing cash balance, closing stock, all is here. assets. So these were the things that we are learning and how we are going to use it. Is it clear? So coming to the our topic. Is it clear what is profit and loss? What are the liabilities? What are the assets? How we are going to use it? That's why it is necessary to be clear in terms. Now purchase. Many items or services are purchased in the business. All these purchases are not treated as purchase of business. Right? Many of the items are purchased in business. As we had seen, goods. Remember yesterday we had seen goods? The goods are termed as goods only in which the businessman deals. Textile person deals in saris, suiting and shirting. So they are goods for them. But if they are purchasing furniture, they are not goods for them. It is same correlate over here. In the same way, they purchase many of the things and services. So it means that it is not that purchases. These are the mistakes done by the students. All these purchases are not treated as purchase of the business. Take example of yourself. Suppose if any one of you are dealing in any of the product. Let us take example of any owner of textile industry only, right? So you are purchasing machinery for your production. So it will not be termed as purchases. It is termed as purchase of asset. The businessman does the business of goods. Purchase of the goods is treated as purchase in accounting. It is most important. Many of the students do it wrong. That's why I always say, and when we are doing journal entry at that time, instead of writing purchases, they write goods, or instead of writing furniture or machinery, then also they use the word purchases. So a businessman does the business of goods, purchase of purchase of that good is treated as accounting, purchase in accounting. Example, when stationery is purchased by grain merchant, it is a stationary expense. What is that? Stationary expense, not the goods purchased. That will be termed as stationary expenses. Is it clear? When stationery is purchased by a grain merchant, a grain merchant is purchasing what? Stationery. A grain merchant is purchasing what? Stationery. Is it clear? So this stationery is for him stationery expense. It will not be treated as grain. Is it clear? It will not be treated as purchase of grain. Again, I am saying it will not be treated as purchase of grain. It is treated as purchase. This purchase can be in cash or credit. If he purchases grain, what if he purchases? If he purchases grain, and if he purchases grain, it is treated as purchase. Then only it will be treated as purchase. This purchase can be in cash or in credit form. Are you clear with it? Purchases. When in business term purchase is used, it is said as the businessman is dealing in goods. That is only the purchase. Other than that, if it purchases any asset, any other thing, it is treated as other expense. Is it clear? I'm stopping over here and I hope you all are clear about this. Again, I'll show you what is your purchase and what is your sale. See, here we have seen here I had said don't focus on this gross profit. How does it came? You can come upstairs and you will see. This is a trading account. Trading account is prepared for factory related expenses, right? It means purchase, sales, and wages, all that are written over here. They am not making you learn this thing, but I'm just giving you idea because you don't get confused. Finally, what is the first chapter going to tell us? The first chapter going to tell you, and it is going to create a base for you because every year I'm seeing many of the students are facing problem related to accounts. That's why I'm trying to give you a certain thing that will help you. See here, the word you can see is sale. Can you see the word sale? Yes or no? Here the word sale is there. So this sale is of only that businessman deals in goods. If a businessman, we can see upstairs, what is that? I don't know what is the name of the shop. Trading account of Pratibha for the year. Now Pratibha Trading is dealing in suppose textile. So they are purchasing and selling only goods related to textile, and it is termed as their sale. Is it clear? Then you can see over here purchases. Purchases. So these purchases are also only related to goods. None other than that, no machinery, no vehicle, no furniture, no stationery expenses are included in it. These are only purchase and sales related to the business. Is it clear that only your word purchase and sales says? I hope you all are clear with it. Don't go in detail. We'll see it afterwards and go to the lectures every day. Any doubt? I'm not getting any questions from any of you. All of you are so intelligent. I'm happy to deal with the super intelligent group, right? And I hope everyone passes in accounts exam also. You would have got information about your unit test also, that is going to be held of OC and English if I remember. So very soon you will be having tests related to other subject also. So finally we want to say that go through the subject thoroughly. Whatever your doubts are, you can contact us and clear your doubts. So I'm ending over here. See you soon.